I have Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal here with me. You're going to be challenging FTR at Double or Nothing for the AEW World Tag Team titles. It's been a fun program to follow. I know, Jay, you have a lot of history with Sanjay. People know your history from TNA, but was your chemistry, like in-ring chemistry, natural, or did it take some time to sort of feel things out and figure out what your team was going to be?
I think that you mean the dynamic in the ring between Jeff and I?
Yeah,
Oh
specifically.
man, I think that started in 2006 when I wrestled Jeff Jarrett for the first time. I think we had two or three matches almost back to back. And I think they were, I mean, I was sitting under the learning tree most of those matches, but I mean, I felt like our chemistry was right there, right from the start. So our chemistry goes way back. I don't think we had to sit down and talk about it much, or work out some kinks. Although we're just trying to do a well mesh of styles. I'm bringing the new age, the new style of wrestling mixed with Jeff's what he grew up on in wrestling, and we're mixing it and making a perfect pairing to win the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Hey, Bill, and I'll kind of touch on this. I think at the end of the day, I've always looked at whether I'm working with another partner like Owen Hart, or I'll call it producing or promoting guys. I think the one common theme when you have a good tag team, not everybody has to get along. Not everybody has to sit down and eat steak dinner together, but they got to have confidence in one another, confidence in another one's ability, and kind of not only confidence, but respect. And a little known fact, Wayne, New Jersey is the first place that I saw and met Jay Lethal. So Jay's talking about kind of our TNA chemistry. I go back to, I was on the show, Cyber Space Wrestling, right by his house. I'll just say this: Mama Lethal, yes, Jay's mother has chased me around the ring before. And I'm going way back to right, but I was always super impressed by Jay's ring presence, the charisma. I'll call it the it factor. You can call it so many different things. And so, yeah, we went through the TNA years, and then it goes without saying, kind of, I'll call it divine intervention. Nobody sat down and wrote this or thought this through. But last summer, going through the Ric Flair last match, if you will, that entire process, Jay and Rick have a unique relationship. I've had and my father, we've had a 30, 40-year relationship with Rick, and how all that came together. And you kind of go back and look at that event that night. It goes without saying, the chemistry that me and Jay, just to me, really came through in so many different ways. That was kind of the catalyst. And when I arrived in AEW in November, things kick-started. And so the confidence and respect that I think that I certainly have in Jay is something that I'm positive it shows through on camera. The people at home, the people in the arena, they know that not only do we have confidence in each other, I think it shows the people have confidence that not only they're going to see some great wrestling, mainly out of Jay, but they're going to be entertained.
And I will tell you this too, Bill, especially in tag team wrestling, the longer two guys are together, the better they get. And I will go on the limb here and say that Jeff Jarrett and I have been together way longer than FTR has been together, which is another reason why we are leaving Las Vegas with the AEW Tag Team Championships.
I know you guys, I asked because I know you guys have worked against each other, and you mentioned Nashville last summer. I was there in person. The heat in that building was crazy. So,
Bill, ain't he great?
Yes, give yourself a pat on the back too. But
yeah,
I figured I'd ask because it seems like it would be a different dynamic working together versus against each other. And I don't really know that you guys knew in last July that this would be anything more than just for the Ric Flair show. Like, now you're a team, you're going for a tag team title, but you're veterans in the business. But obviously Jeff has a few more years in the ring than Jay, but Do you look at this as like a generational thing, or would you consider yourself on the same in the same era as each other, despite you, Jeff, getting started like a little bit earlier than Jay does?
Candidly, I got started way before him. You're being nice. So I think at the end of the day, when you kind of look at, I'll call great sports duos. You can kind of go Malone and Stockton. Stockton could do things. It's a basketball analogy. Maybe it's Brady and one of many receivers. They complement each other. I can do things that Jay can't do, and Jay can do a whole lot of things that I can't do. But when I call them on my podcast bookend tag teams that are they're the same guy, just Road Warriors, Demolition. They have the same look, which has been huge box office attraction through the years. I believe the success of our team is because we are truly two different individuals, but come together and really complement each other. I think that goes also with Sanjay. Sanjay's had a brain for this business since early days of TNA, when he had to go back home and go to class and get his degree from George Washington. My wife, Karen, she brings a different element. It goes without saying, Satnam, in so many ways, is under the learning tree of Jeff and Jay. But you cannot coach, you cannot create a talent that is truly one in a billion. A 7'4" former NBA basketball player with his athleticism, his passion. The unit is so diverse, but so complementary of each other. I think that is the box office attraction of it.
You just mentioned Karen, who made an appearance on TV not too long ago. Is that the first of many? Is that a cameo?
Just stay tuned, Bill. We're not going to give you. Do you think we're going to let you in on those kind of trade secrets?
I figured I'd try.
Good try, Bill. Good try. I'll say this: she's in Las Vegas.
Okay. One of the other segments that took place not too long ago, the Briscoe family farm. I'll ask both of you for your favorite outtake from that whole experience.
To me, it was definitely when Jeff called Mark Briscoe's baby, he thought it was a girl, and Mark had to correct him.
Look at him. It was an honest mistake, Bill. Look, Jay's still laughing about it. You know what? Here's kind of, I'll call it kind of the magic of that. We just kind of roll tape, and the personalities of the unit weren't really far stretched. I would have loved to have kind of had a camera on Sanjay's face when I walked by the lawnmower and said, "Let me hop on this thing." I think they're like, "Is this guy? What is he doing?" This is the last outlaw or the grass outlaw. No, is he really going to get on this thing? I caught Sanjay's reaction to that. I wish the camera would have been on that, but it was, I hate to say this, in a lot of ways, it was very, very authentic. My son Cody can recite the entire video, everybody's word, line for line. His favorite is Papa Briscoe. Which one of them? Both of them. There's just one line after another, and look, that's I hate to use the word compelling when you're talking about that kind of piece, but I'm looking forward to Bill. We're heading back down there, and I can't wait for Karen and Satnam to maybe get in the Briscoe kitchen and start cooking. So we'll see what happens.
All right. That's another stay tuned. I won't get the secret, but keep watching. Black Machismo. Fans know your impressions. I guess you're aware of it. The trademark came out. Is that something for maybe a potential gimmick in the future? Is that for your own peace of mind, owning a piece of that? Care to comment?
Yeah, I don't really know if I want to comment on that right now. Yeah, I feel a little tiki gonzo about that right now. Yeah.
Touching on that whole Black Machismo thing, it's so wild that Jeff is my tag partner now, who used to be my boss. But I remember Jeff pulling me into one of these production trucks when he had decided, okay, he's going to do the Black Machismo character, and he's like, we want to make your music, your entrance music, and we need a clip of you doing the Macho Man. Just give me an oh yeah. He pulled me into the truck, put the headset on me, and he's pointing, and he points it down at the, go ahead, do it. And I think I did the ooh yeah. I think I did that maybe about 4 or 5 times, and like each time I did it, just I wish I could have recorded Jeff's face every time I did. He was just in love with it. And then when we played it back, I had because I had done the impression before, but I'd never listened to myself doing it. And he had played it back for me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that was amazing! That sounds just like the Macho Man." But yeah, maybe somewhere down the line there'll be a Black Machismo, an extended Black Machismo something at AEW.
And Bill, I'll jump in on this. I know we're running out of time, but I've always said that there are impersonations, and look, we're in Vegas, and there's lots of impersonators out here. Black Machismo really extension of Jay's personality. It is an extension of the sports entertainer, professional wrestler Jay Lethal. And look, Jay and Randy's brother, they had a friendship. So I just kind of think it's cool when you drill down into the DNA of Jay Lethal and Black Machismo, the respect that he has for Randy, but on the backside, he makes it such his own that it is the magic of it. And so I'll say this first and foremost, I want to see more Black Machismo.
I'm just going to say Black Machismo, Macho Man, and Jeff Jarrett had an affinity for wearing a cowboy hat. Randy's a little more highly decorated. Jeff, you just go with the black, straight, simple. I think there's something there, so I'll leave it at that.
I could not agree more.
Final question. I know it's coming up. We're talking about Double or Nothing now, but the Owen Hart Cup is coming up. Jeff, obviously, Owen was really important in your life. I've seen your name as a potential competitor in the men's tournament. Thoughts on getting the nod for that and just getting a chance to honor him on this level, since you weren't there for the first tournament last year?
That's obviously way out of my, that's not for me to decide. The fact that I'm a part of the company and Martha and the foundation, but here's, a kind of a cool little backstory. Obviously I wear the Last Outlaw hat, but also wear, I'll call it an executive hat. And this goes back 4 months ago when the Calgary show came on the radio, came on the radar, and me connecting the dots and be a part of putting that deal together. And it was a Saturday night. Everybody knows we went on sale as a house rules of the show as a part of the Stampede. Now fast forward to where we sit at today. There's collision, the launch of collision. The stars have really aligned, and the Owen kicks off, and just kind of how things are proceeding. So it's really, really exciting just to be a part of it. You've said it. Owens will always hold such a special place. The anniversary of his passing was here recently, just a day or so ago, and it's really cool. But look, I plan on being the tag team champion certainly until we get to Wembley.
I didn't want to overlook what is at hand this weekend, so best of luck this weekend. Thank you both for your time, and hopefully we talk to you soon, and you maybe have some gold on your shoulder the next time we do this.
Thanks, Bill. Have a great afternoon.
You too.